Prince Harry said it himself.
I don't think that we can ever have peace with my family unless the truth is out there.
For years, that distinctive red hair has sparked endless speculation. Whispers have turned into roars, suggesting the unthinkable, that he might not be the biological son of King Charles. Now, imagine, after all the rumors, the doubts, the talk, DNA results drop, and they confirm something absolutely shocking about Harry, something that sends ripples of disbelief right through the royal family, prompting a drastic decision. Tonight, we're revealing the unbelievable truth behind Prince Harry's lineage, and why it ultimately led him to cut all ties. Prince Harry, officially known as Harry Charles Albert David, was born on September 15, 1984. He was the second son of the then Prince Charles and the People's Princess, Diana. For a while, he was third in line for the throne, though he's now moved down to fifth. From the moment he was born, people around the world fell in love with this playful little boy. Remember that face full of freckles? So much like his beloved mother, the Princess Diana. But there was always one feature that caught everyone's eye: his bright red hair. Now, this might seem like a small detail, but in the context of the royal family, it really stood out. Neither his father, Charles, nor his elder brother, William, shared that same vibrant shade. Their hair leaned towards a more subtle brown. It was a striking difference that people couldn't help but notice. Intriguingly, Diana's brother, Charles Spencer, also sported bright red hair in his youth. This pointed to a clear Spencer family trait, a genetic echo from his mother's side. Richard Dalton, Diana's longtime hairdresser, even commented on how the Spencer red hair had been passed down through generations. So, while the red hair linked him to the Spencers, it created a visual contrast within the Windsor family itself. This subtle difference, this obvious lack of resemblance to his immediate royal male relatives, began to spark questions about Harry's heritage. Was he truly his father's son, as everyone was told? But it wasn't just the hair that fueled these doubts. It was also the whispers surrounding Princess Diana's personal life. In 1986, just 2 years after Harry was born, Princess Diana met James Hewitt. He was a cavalry officer, and he became her riding instructor. This meeting marked the beginning of a relationship that would span 5 years, and later ignite a firestorm of speculation. Their relationship blossomed during a difficult period in Diana's marriage to Prince Charles. Both Diana and Hewitt later acknowledged their affair, with Hewitt even stating that they just happened to fall in love, that it wasn't planned. As time went on and Harry grew, some people started noticing more than just the red hair. They looked at photos of Harry and photos of James Hewitt, side by side, and saw similarities in their features, their expressions, even their sporting styles, particularly their shared love for polo. What do you think? Do you see the resemblance between Harry and James Hewitt? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to give this video a like if you find this royal mystery fascinating. This visual comparison, combined with the knowledge of Diana's affair with Hewitt, led to a lot of rumors. The media, always eager for a scandalous story, latched onto the idea that Harry might not be Charles's son, but Hewitt's. However, there was a very clear factual inconsistency that should have settled the matter: the timeline. Diana and James Hewitt officially met in the summer of 1986. Prince Harry was born on September 15, 1984. That's a gap of nearly 2 years. This simple fact, consistently stated by those closest to the situation, contradicted the rumors that Hewitt could be Harry's biological father. Ken Worf, Diana's former bodyguard, confirmed this timeline in his book, stating unequivocally that Harry was born before Diana's relationship with Hewitt began. He also stressed that Harry's red hair was an undeniable Spencer family trait, not unique to Hewitt. The persistent speculation about Harry's paternity led to numerous definitive statements from people connected to the royal family, aiming to put the rumors to rest. James Hewitt himself addressed the subject directly in a 2002 interview, stating there was no way he could be Harry's father because Harry was already a toddler when they met. Each denial, rooted in verifiable facts about the timeline, should have shut down the debate. Yet, public intrigue remained constant. In 2003, royal biographer Penny Junor reported that the now-defunct news of the World Tabloid had attempted to perform DNA tests using strands of Harry's hair, allegedly indicating no connection to Hewitt. However, the validity and methods of this supposed test were highly questionable, especially given the genetic technology available at the time. Early DNA testing was much less sophisticated than it is today, often focused on basic paternity markers rather than the wider genetic indicators that could reveal deeper lineage. These early testing attempts, while potentially flawed, took place amidst intense media speculation and public fascination. Various publications claimed to have the definitive truth, fueling the fire. Despite multiple denials from all involved parties, Diana, Hewitt, royal insiders, the rumors persisted across decades. This enduring nature of the speculation, perhaps fueled by the limitations of earlier testing methods and the media's relentless pursuit of a scandalous narrative, deeply impacted Harry. The constant questioning of his heritage, combined with the strained relationship between his parents that the media relentlessly highlighted, took a personal toll on Harry. Those around Diana reported her distress over the speculation. As Harry grew up, his physical differences from Charles and William, the red hair, yes, but also subtle differences in height, build, even his demeanor continued to be scrutinized. While he clearly shared some Windsor traits, the differences, subtle when he was a child, became more obvious as he reached the same age Hewitt was during his relationship with Diana. This led to renewed comparisons between Harry and Hewitt, based purely on appearance and a shared love for polo, despite the established timeline. Have you ever felt like you didn't quite fit in, even with your own family? It's a tough feeling, isn't it? Let me know your thoughts on navigating family differences in the comments. Your experience might resonate with others. Harry developed a distinct personality, quite different from his more serious brother William and his classically reserved father. He was more playful, more outwardly emotional, more drawn to connecting with people on a personal level, just like his mother. He excelled in sports, especially polo, following in Diana's footsteps in that regard. Another trait that differed from Charles's more formal interests. These unique traits, combined with the public debate about his parentage, made him feel like an outsider, even in his own home. The constant questioning, the subtle differences emphasized by the media, created a persistent discomfort around his royal relatives. Harry's relationship with the royal family had already begun to deteriorate well before the definitive DNA results came in. His marriage to Meghan Markle and their subsequent relocation to California marked a significant shift, both geographically and emotionally. This distance provided him with the space to step away from the rigid expectations of the royal family and explore aspects of his identity and heritage without the constant oversight of the palace. Public appearances highlighted the growing tension. His body language, his way of communicating, showed a move away from the traditional, easygoing royal persona towards something more independent. His reduced involvement in official events mirrored this desire for autonomy and a growing emphasis on understanding his mother's experiences and legacy. His separation from royal life wasn't just about physical distance. It was rooted in deeper inquiries about identity and belonging. These questions, lingering for years, spurred a significant reflection on his heritage and role within the monarchy. The speculation about Prince Harry's heritage had reached an all-time high. The media was filled with rumors. Public sentiment was polarized, and publications even claimed to possess definitive evidence of his paternity. To finally put the circulating rumors to rest, Prince Harry made a surprising decision: to take a modern, extensive DNA test. This wasn't just about basic paternity markers, but a deeper dive into his genetic code. Using advanced techniques capable of examining intricate patterns and inherited traits that previous tests, like the one allegedly performed by the News of the World in 2003, simply couldn't. His decision stemmed from years of unresolved questions and speculation. Unlike earlier informal attempts, this was a serious undertaking, a quest for definitive answers. This technological progress offered the possibility of finally clarifying inquiries that had lingered throughout his life. The moment Harry received the test results marked a remarkable moment. The DNA outcome validated a heritage that surpassed decades of speculation regarding the Hewitt or Spencer family ties. It confirmed, definitively, that he was not related to James Hewitt. He was, and is, the biological son of King Charles III. This revelation, while confirming his paternity within the Windsor line, didn't necessarily put an end to the questions that had plagued him. The depth of the testing, ruling out simple explanations like the James Hewitt theory based solely on red hair, which was confirmed to be a strong Spencer gene, passed down through Diana, unveiled truths that necessitated a significant personal response. Why had Harry always felt out of place in his own home, even though he was as much a prince as William? Charles's son and heir? The test confirmed his biological link. Yet it didn't erase the persistent discomfort he felt around his royal relatives. The distinct differences in temperament and perspective between him and Charles, or even William, which the media had highlighted for years. Discovering he was indeed Charles's son, yet still feeling fundamentally different, might have given a conclusive reason for his persistent discomfort. It wasn't about who his father was biologically, but about his place, his identity, within a family structure that valued tradition and appearance over perhaps authenticity. This realization made him seek his own truth elsewhere. His choice to end all connections with the royal family stemmed directly from this DNA confirmation that he was a member, yet felt too different to ever truly belong in the conventional sense. This decision mirrored not necessarily rage, but an acknowledgement of realities that required a response. The separation, emphasized by his relocation to California, signified an acceptance of a truth that called for full recognition. His choice demonstrated the understanding that maintaining partial ties could no longer be adequate in light of these revelations that fundamentally changed his view of his heritage and place within the monarchy. It was time for him to pursue peace among those who loved him for who he truly was, rather than for who he was expected to be. Currently, Harry resides in California with Meghan and their children, Archie Harrison and Lilibet Diana Mountbatten Windsor. His daughter's name, Lilibet Diana, reflects his deep love for his mother Diana, as well as his respect and affection for his grandmother, Queen Elizabeth, who was affectionately called Lilibet. Despite their separation, the family is said to be much happier than during their time in England. While Harry of Sussex remains his father's son, he is, in many ways, primarily his mother's child, carrying her spirit, her desire for a more authentic life. And now, a definitive genetic link to her side of the family that explains some of those striking features that sparked decades of rumors. The saga of Prince Harry and the royal family is far from over. His journey has illuminated the complex web of history, expectation, and personal identity. What did you find most surprising about this story? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this deep dive into the royal family's history intriguing, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Royal Riff Raff for more untold stories from behind the palace walls. And make sure you check out the next video on your screen for another shocking royal revelation. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.